You've had a phenomenal career. The longevity, the success, the roles, the development, and we know that you're going to be appearing on Unsolved, but what some of our fans may not remember is that you actually appeared in films with Tupac. Can you talk about how it is to be reliving an experience that you kind of had some familiarity with?
Well, that's a very good question.
Thank you.
I would say my challenge was to separate myself from the memories that I had in my real life, building with Pac, getting a chance to spend time with him and work with him and just have a great time, hang out with him, and then realize that I'm playing somebody who was alive in that time but did not have those same experiences. So that was my challenge. So it was beneficial in some ways because I remember clearly, how this young man was larger than life, and he exemplified almost the old Hollywood type of vibration where the stars were just bigger than life.
Right.
He was that, and I haven't really seen too many people like that since. Hip-hop in general has changed so much. Like I like to say, cats is mumbling nowadays, all right?
They're mumbling.
They're mumbling.
What's a mumble? Like, what it sound
it's
like?
Mumble rap. Oh, down in Atlanta, Atlanta the hammer. Now I'm in Atlanta.
Hey.
The hammer, my hammer. It was like, okay, you said that already, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? But anyway, listen, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is. I'm just from another era. I'm an old guy. You know what I mean? But I remember how his energy could just fill up the room, and how he was so smart, and never really repeated himself, and just kept it moving, and was so much more than just a hip hop artist. So I think that I was able to draw on that memory to help me remember that time period and that time era. And I only listened to music from '93 to '98 during the time we were shooting.
Okay.
And that helped a lot too.
What was the song that was on repeat?
Cash Rule, Wu-Tang Clan. You know what I mean?
To get you back in that area.
Yeah,
okay.
to remember that time period, and then I listened to a lot of Pac, of course, endlessly, and a lot of Big too. And so anyway, I try to utilize those tools to draw myself into the character.
Yeah. What is one thing that you want to be the biggest takeaway? So there's a generation coming up that's going to be watching this film that aren't really exposed outside of the old music to who these phenomenal hip hop artists are. So from the Unsolved, like what are you hoping that the audience take away?
I can't think of any one thing. I can think of a few things that I would hope that the audience takes away.
For time's sake?
Sure. I would say Tupac Shakur was larger than life. Christopher Wallace was somebody who had a lot of compassion in his heart. And the investigation into their assassinations was one of the most interesting journeys any audience can go on. It really wasn't just a typical investigation, and I think that people will be enlightened by that.
We're definitely excited to get into the more investigative aspect of it and not just the theories.
Right.
So I can't wait to see your performance. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Great meeting.